Hello, everybody. This is Ram Singal, and today I will be speaking about dynamic stillness. When we do meditation, many times we feel that what is the benefit of doing meditation? So when we do meditation, then we attain peace, love, happiness. And when we think of the internal peace, when we come into action, that the peace turns into stillness. So when we talk about stillness, it is not stillness of the body, it is not stillness of the just internal static stillness, but when we bring the peace into action, it becomes dynamic. That means the peace is at work. And same is stillness is at work. What it really means that I am on the go, that nothing is disturbing me. That means I am able to stable. My stability, it becomes like a dynamic stability. Like for example, you are on the bike. When you are on the bike, it is stable. But if you stop, then what happens? It becomes unstable. And I have to put my foot down on both sides. So when we talk about meditation, we have to see the benefit in our day-to-day life, in our working environment, in our relationship with people. So that means stillness is that I don't have any negative thoughts. The disturbance of problems like arising from tiny things. Sometimes we spend so much energy in defending ourselves. So much energy we spend even to take care of a little negative thinking, which I get. Somebody said something and I spend so much time. So even though I come over the problem, but it wasted my lot of time. So I find stability is that when I am able to make a right decision at the right time. It gives me ability in the time of crisis that my focus remains in the right direction. And how it comes? It comes because I am not disturbed with so many distractions. I am able to make better judgment. I want to share tomorrow is September 11. And 20 years ago, we all know that there was terrorist attack. And actually, I was in the North Tower, which was hit first. I was on 64th floor. And it took us more than 95 minutes to come out. And just within 5 minutes of our coming out, our tower collapsed. Whilst 95 minutes I was in the tower, we had to go through that when the other tower collapsed, then our stairs were blocked because of the debris. We had to change the stairs. Then the water started to come because the pipeline were broken. And then even the second stairs were broken from underneath. And we had to go through the water situation, dangling wires and flickering emergency lights and siren, and just like a horror movie kind of scene. We went through all that thing. And some or another, when we came out next morning, when people were asking me, one particular question they were asking, Ram, you were 5 minutes away from death. Share your experience when you thought you will not make it, you will die. And I look back into those 95 minutes, I could not recall even a single second when I was in fear. And I was wondering what could be the reason. The only reason I could find was because I started helping other people. My mind was, how can I help somebody? I had been doing at that time meditation for the last 28 years. I wanted to see what is the practical aspect of my meditation. That means my calmness, my peacefulness, my feeling of helping others, the love and the kindness, all those things come handy in my actions. And so what my focus was, how can I help anybody? So I was helping the ladies, like whenever there was a little sound, they will scream with fear. So what I will do, I will quietly step back and bring them in front of me and will tell, we are all together. Don't worry. We all will go out together. Now it is not a big deal to step back. But for them, it was such a big thing because somewhere they had this feeling that if we will be in trouble, this person is going to help us because this person even gave his own space to us. They were so loving to me and they even called me an angel. Now, being an angel is a very big thing. But I was laughing inside. I said, wow, that's a pretty good deal. Just go 2 steps behind and become an angel. But I was reflecting upon that what it really means. It's not that I called myself angel. They called me. They must have seen something. This is where I started to feel. Like I started to think that supposing I had died, because I was only 5 minutes away. And actually, when I came out, I wanted to even go back into the tower. There was some lady, she was heavy and she could not walk. She was just sitting and was crying. And I wanted to go and help her. But then the people told me, no, don't go, because they knew the other tower had already collapsed. And this tower could collapse anytime. So they did not allow me, but I was ready to go back to help people. And so now seeing this thing, if I had died, people would have remembered me as an angel, but I would have been a dead angel. But now I did not die. So I started to say that, is it possible? I still think I have died from this life. Now I have been given this new life from the higher being, God, Allah, Jehovah, anything, whatever we believe in, God. So life has been given to me. If I spend the entire life, rest of my life, for the mankind, to help the world in whatever way I can, then even God can justify that why did I survive? Because there was a purpose of my survival. So I was working towards that. So all those things, when we talk about stillness, so my stillness at that time was no disturbance. Like, for example, my stillness, it also reflected in the body, because I did not feel that much impact of the smoke. Other people, their eyes were red, they were coughing, and we could see the faces are red, and they were really getting affected. But I did not get that much affected. I did not even go to a doctor to show myself. People were saying, Ram, you're crazy. How come you're not going to doctor for checkup? And I said, nothing has happened to me. Why should I go there? So my focus was, because either I say, it has happened, I am making other people calm down. So naturally, my own calmness helped me also. So this is how I see, in the time of crisis, my stability really helped me making the right decision, and also brings out my inner abilities, or you could call inner qualities of kindness and the love and patience, and also faith in the higher being. So that's what I was telling people. And then I also learned angel means, what angel means. Angels are the ones who appear in the time of need, do their task, and then they fly away. They don't look back for the result. They don't look back for any kind of acknowledgement or any gift, because if they will start collecting the gifts, they will become heavy. They won't be able to fly. So becoming angel human angel, a ordinary angel. Because many times when we think of angels, we think of the big people, big angels, famous angel who had done something really very big. But I am an ordinary angel. Can I become an ordinary, a tiny angel, a particle angel? How? Just keep on helping other people. So this is how I started to understand that on the one side, there is a terrorist, there is violence, there everything is falling apart. Now we have a COVID. Such a long-term crisis we are going through. So the world is falling apart in many sides. So when a building is falling apart, before it is totally fall apart, we start to build new. So same way, now is the time to start building a new world, a world of happiness, a world of kindness, a world of goodness. And that is how many times people talk about. They talk about heaven, Bahisht, in Hindi, there's Swarg. So there's so many names given to. So when we think of what heaven means, what paradise means, paradise is where on the one side there is prosperity, there is beautiful gardens, beautiful nature, beautiful buildings, beautiful rivers, and the weather is nice, and no natural calamities. And the other aspect is, other component is, there is so much love amongst each other. There is a harmony between nature and the soul, and the harmony between the souls. There is a no difference between, there is a saying, the goat and the lion both can drink the water from the same. That means the lion is not even violent. So those kind of things people talk about. Now question comes, even though we think it's impossible, how can we build heaven? But we imagine, even when we see somebody, we say it's a magic. Many times, even a magician show a magic, even though we know it's a fake magic, but still we enjoy it and we wish I could also do it. But when we think of God the magician, then it is not a fake magic, but it's a practical magic. That means there is a process. It is not something coming out of nowhere. Nothing happens out of nowhere. There is a system. The nature and the soul combined together. We, the human beings, we are interacting with the nature, and we talk about karmas. So when we start to perform elevated actions, then it has a positive impact on the nature. So this is how, when we think of building heaven, means building love, building happiness and stillness. When we don't have any disturbance, we are more efficient. We don't waste our time. So that means building bridges between different cultures, building peace. So building means that, like building trust, building relationships. So how we build trust and relationship? Doing little bit extra. Whatever I'm supposed to do, what is my obligation? Just do little bit extra. Just an example, if I make $100,000, work for $110,000 rather than thinking that I'm a smart guy. Let me work for 80, 90,000 and brag about it, 110,000. But rather, it's like a reversing the order. That before people talk about strategy, marketing, when we really think, what is marketing? It's cheating in a way, because the product is not that great, but because of advertisement and everything, we can make it look so nice. And many times we find that the things look so good online, and when they share the pictures, but when you actually get the things, we are disappointed. Many times we see that. So that means the world is marketing, or the world is strategy. What is strategy? To outsmart other people. But on the other side, that actually other side works too. I want to give you extra. I want to forgive you for your mistake. I can have little bit extra patience with each other. I start to see each other's qualities rather than looking at weaknesses. See, in our present time, because we are very close to each other in a family, many people are working from home. On the one side, we are very happy to be together, but there is a slight, chance where we start to pick on each other's weaknesses. And then we start hurting each other. Oh, I never knew you are so lazy. I never knew you are so messy. I did not know that you do this thing, that thing. So we start to correct ourselves. And then what happened? We start to become heavy with each other. So this is the time when I think of stillness. Stillness means I am calm, I have patience, I am positive, I am finding solutions, and I am looking at other people's qualities. Because when I look at other people's qualities, I'm smiling. You experiment. You take a selfie, put a selfie, and start thinking something good about somebody. You will be smiling, and start thinking negative, somebody or nature or weather, anything you think negative, your face will look like a prune, dry prune. In other words, it will not look good. So actually, if I want to have the smile on our face, if we want to enjoy the life, and we want to enjoy the life with each other, do little bit extra. Even if I make a mistake, I can say sorry, and then I can make up for it. For example, if I made a mistake and I hurt somebody 10 units, I can do something good for 15 units, for 12 units. So then I am on the positive side. So how we say building a world of happiness possible? Because one is, this is at present time, find God in my life. So God performs practical magic with the process that I, connect with God. I receive the love and the happiness, and then I apply that in my work, in my relationship. And so other thing I understand is, I, the soul, as the body has my parents' DNA, the soul has the parents who is God, and we carry God's DNA. We carry God's genes. People even use the word God particle. But that God particle is of kindness and of love. That's the DNA. So now we are introduced to that DNA. DNA means then in the stillness, I go deeper and deeper within myself, and I open up my DNA. Right now, my DNA is dormant because I don't understand. But it's just like a seed. When it goes into the ground, the skin comes out, and then the tree comes out. I can also grow my whole tree with the flowers and the fruit and joy. And see, tree goes above. Everything falls with gravity, but the tree goes up. So that means I have this potential to grow out of the problem, grow out of the this crisis we are going through. And how? Find somebody who is in more pain and sorrow than you are. See, this is what I found, that in the time of your pain and sorrow, there are so many other people who are in more pain and sorrow than you are. Find them and start helping them. You will be surprised. Experiment with it, that your pain and sorrow will disappear. So that is how being a practical angel, tiny angel, helping each other. This is the way. When the world is falling apart, we are building a new world, a world of joy, the world of prosperity automatically follows when we are happy, you will find that usually we spend so much time and energy in getting rid of our wasteful thinking. Some kind of, so I'm angry at somebody, I am looking over my shoulder, I am watching this one, that one, I'm comparing myself with each other, and that takes away so much of our energy. And with the internal stillness, I can remain separate from all those things, and then I am able to focus on the right place, right thing, and the right, my aim. And my aim is to become part of building, because many times people say we have to build back. How we can build back? Doing extra. Like we build our bank account. How we do that? We put more money and take out less. So same way, I use less, do more. Because what will happen? I share one time it happened. I read an article that there are four people, they're fighting with each other. Somebody asked them, why you fight? They asked individually. Everybody said that I have to do so much work. Other people are not cooperating. I end up doing all the work. So they went individual to ask everybody, what percentage of work you do, what you do, how much you do, how much you do. When they combined it together, it came out to be 200%. So that means everybody is thinking, I am doing 50% of the work, the rest three of them are doing the rest of 50%. And that is where the problem. We know that when we are in a good mood, we can do more than what is required. When I am in a bad mood, I feel tired. I will do less than what is required. It's true or not? So that means if I have this dynamic stillness means I am using that stillness for doing something good, to be positive, to help in building a world of happiness. And how? Let me start to think, let me do 125 if I have to do 100. And then I consider I have done 100. And if I see somebody doing 75, giving a benefit of doubt, because many times we have experienced that people are doing things, but we are not aware of. And then only when they tell that I was doing this thing, also, oh, I did not know. Thank you. So that means my 125 and other person 75. Just an example, make it that both are 100, make it equal. Then we will be able to build relationships. We will be able to build love, build trust, because I will get so many blessings. So you will start to see what is the power of blessings and how it comes. It comes from like meditation, I call even dynamic. Meditation is dynamic. Spiritual energy is dynamic energy, which can move the mountain. They say love can move the mountain. Love can melt a stone. So love is not my weakness. Love is my strength. Goodness is not my weakness, but it is my strength. Goodness means extra. Doing extra, whatever we can do in any way. And the biggest extra I can do it to be able to love myself the way I am, accept myself as I am. And even if I mistake, if I can pat on my shoulder, okay, sorry, we won't do it next time, but I will make up. If I made mistake for 10 units, I'm going to make up for 12, but not losing respect for myself. And that will help me to respect everybody in the world. And also that will build relationships as well. So this is how you have to see that how we can really, in the time of when everything is falling apart, we are bringing the world together. We become instrumental. We become partners in building a world of goodness and happiness. Thank you.